Hey guys, we typically have a video out every day, um, some type of video with Joe doing something. We still been uh, working out and doing the normal gambit that we do, but we didn't get a video out yesterday. Uh, Joe did a bunch of leg work yesterday, but he elected to do no bag work. You got to give yourself a rest here and there. All right, we get into what I really want to talk about here, and that is that a lot of people have, we'll get comments here. Sorry about the camera shaking. We'll get comments here. Sometimes we get a string of comments. Uh, this is a boxing channel. You have to be bold. You have to be get that thing down to where it's not shaking so much. You have to be bold, and you have to have an ego to box. You have to be a strong man to box or be in the profession or be training in it or whatnot. Boxing is not for the timid at heart. It's just not. So I just want to give you guys that give us a lot of beef. You're like, you're too rough. Because I'll put from time to time problems that we have around us out, and the reason why I do that, the specific reason, is not to make me look tough or anything like that, which I'm not. I mean, I'm an old man, but I just don't take junk. And society today and the generations under me that have come up, you guys have been taught to be very soft. And I'm going to give you a little story here, so that maybe you guys that think I'm too abrasive will say, well, you know what, this makes a lot of sense, but then again, maybe this makes no sense to you. I don't know. But I hope that it does. All right. We're in the gym. It's Monday or Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is. Y'all know. But it's Monday. A kid whom I later found out to be was an autistic kid. He and his dad came in the gym. The kid wanted to get on the treadmill. He was 14. He's a physically big 14-year-old. I went over there. I showed him and his dad how to operate the machine. Now, he didn't operate the machine properly. The kid did exactly what I told him to do, it did exactly what I told him not to do, which was the speed numbers. I had it on 2 for him, which is just real slow walking, and I said, go up 1 speed at a time and don't go real fast. This is very dangerous. I had his dad there too, and he went from 2 to 12 or 16, whatever's the highest number on there. Just went from there to there, and he got hung up on that machine, face planted on it, ripped skin all off his chin. His legs got tore up bad. He's bleeding all over the place. It was bad. And by the time I got back there to them, the damage was done. This thing violently hurt him real bad. Walking machines are no joke. Mike Tyson's little girl got killed on one. They are no joke. So you have to have people watching. So we have a camera in the gym, and there's a man. It's a community gym. We live in a gated community. And there's a man that we employ to sit and watch our swimming pool, basketball court, the parking lot for our cars and things, and the gym. It's his sole responsibility. We have a guard at the front desk, and we have 2 guards that they just walk the areas all the time. Make sure there's no problems, this and that and the other. But of course, people don't do their jobs any longer. A lot of people don't. So the kid got hurt. It took us 30 or 40 minutes to get the kid stable enough where the dad could even get the kid back home. And it was just a bad scene. Really, they should have called an ambulance, but he chose not to. The kid is okay. I want to let everybody know that. So, but Joe worked out for about an hour after the 30 to 45 minute or so, up to an hour or so ordeal with the accident with this kid. After that, and we're getting this kid together and giving him smelling stuff and getting him coherent because he suffered a pretty good concussion. When we went down, Joe trained and exercised and did calisthenics and bag work and stuff for about an hour after that, 40 minutes or so. So a good hour and a half combined time had elapsed from the accident, me pulling the weight bench up to the front door of the gym, setting the kid down, we're all congregated, and we're right in front of the camera because the camera catches the door. And it catches inside of the gym, but it doesn't catch everywhere. And we're giving attention to this kid, and we walk downstairs, and I knock on the door because you're supposed to sign before you even go up there. They're not doing that. And I asked the guy, I said, what about that big event that happened in the gym? Because I knew he wasn't paying attention or watching anything. He said, what happened in the gym? And a whole hour and a half of going through and a good 40 minutes at minimum, with this kid sitting down, us wiping blood, me alcoholing, and all this stuff. He didn't know anything happened. And I said, you need to do your effing job, and you need to start watching the camera. Well, what he immediately did was, well, the administrator, John Henry, whom I've got a good relationship with, still do after the incident I'm going to tell you with today, because he gets me, he understands me. But I'm getting to where I don't understand him, and we'll get to that in a second. The camera guy, the security guard working the camera room, says that the administrator had him downloading a video. Now, I don't know about you, but when I download something, I can still, generally when I'm downloading something, I'm doing other things while I'm downloading something. And I believe you are too. And I'm an old man. I can't multitask like you younger folks can. So he blamed it on the administrator. Well, I go hunting the administrator. No administrator. It was Monday. And today is Thursday, I believe. The next day, no administrator. Well, the next day, because around here, and typically where you are, when it rains, it pours, another incident in the gym. We're in there. There's some ladies on one side of the gym. They're doing aerobic stuff. A guy comes in on the other, and they got music going. I go in there, I tell them, if we do a video or something like that, or you get too loud with it, I'm going to ask you to cut it down. Not supposed to have music in there because 10 people will be in there at one time playing their own music. You're supposed to wear earbuds. And, we live in Colombia, and these Latinos aren't too bright on the scale of a lot of things. Take that as you want it. I'm just telling truth here. So this guy comes in, sees these ladies that they do have some lower playing music. He puts a great big gigantic boombox on the other side of the gym and cuts it all the way up. So I'm talking to this guy about this. You can't have this shit. And he does the face palm, a female face palm to me. I'm like, dude, you're going to learn right quick. You done messed up. So I'm not going to go into all of that, but that was quickly corrected. For any of you that know me, you're better to come up behind me with a baseball bat and plant it in the back of my head than effeminately facepalm me if you're a man. It ain't going to work out too good for you. I don't care who you are. You could be Tyson Fury. It's not going to work out well. May not work out well for me either, but it sure ain't going to work out well for the person that's being disrespectful. And that's where a lot of you have a problem with me, right? Walk off. Go away. And I'm telling you today, that's the problem with the world. So, Wednesday, no administrator. So, I bide my time. Today, one of the other guards tell me, well, he's back here somewhere in the community. So I go hunt him down. I know where he's at. And he's at the swimming pool. So I go up there to the swimming pool. First thing I do is, I got Joe with me. I say, take a video. We walk up without signing in up there to that gym and come down. Nobody's looking at anything. So I got it on video to show him. But there again, these Latinos, even if it's on video camera, maybe that's not true. It's crazy, these people. The mentality of some of them. And it's going to ruin the U.S. To continue to let them flood in. You're going to have the same chaotic, childish problems that I deal with every day. You're going to have in your neighborhood. Trust me on this. And you don't want it. You don't understand it. So I called him up there at the swimming pool. He's up there yelling at a mother. And the pool's filthy. And he's up there yelling at her, well, it rained yesterday. I said, that ain't why that pool was filthy. That pool was filthy because the swimming pool boy didn't come in and wasn't cleaning the water. And everybody wants to go swimming today. It was closed yesterday and the day before because it was after a Monday holiday, and they close it for the 2 days in a row so they can clean it. Pool boy didn't come to clean it because administrator's not even there. We got no boss to see that people are here to doing their job. So he comes in, and instead of saying, hey, I should have had this pool boy here, he should have been cleaning the pool on the 2 days that the pool is closed, because that's the reason why it's closed the 2 days a week, to be cleaned. He starts, well, it's because it rained yesterday and it has nothing to do, and yelling at this mother. And then I approach the scene. And when I approach the scene, I start yelling and berating him. Here's how it worked out for him not showing up for work. I'm down there 2 or 3 times. Is this dude going to come in? We leave him text messages. He don't look. There's no response to it. This one security guard lady is probably having relations with him. Well, I'll have to make an appointment for you. This was last night. And I'm like, no, bitch. You gonna see I don't need an appointment to talk to anybody. I don't do this shit with my doctor. I don't do this shit with my dentist. I don't do this shit with my lawyer. And I don't do this shit with my government representatives. I don't operate like the rest of you. I go into the doctor's office. He says the appointment's at 2 o'clock. I'm in there berating his dumb ass at 2:45 when he decides to see me. And then they don't do that to me no more. That's why I act like I act. They continue to do it to you, and they continue to do it to others because you have problems with people like me. And that's why I'm abrasive and bold and in your face, or not in your face, but in people's faces that aren't acting right. So you need to change the attitude for getting mad at me for being a strong man, and maybe toughen up yourselves. For those, and this is not meant for everybody that watches this video. It's meant for the ones that have the problem with me and say, oh, he's too abrasive, he's too bold, he's too cocky, he's too this, he's too that. There's reasons why I'm the way I am. And there's reasons why the way you are. And if you're the one of the ones that have the problem with me being bold, you're the woman up there getting yelled at by this man. And then when I come, the yelling stops, and I yell at the man. There was probably 35 to 50 neighbors up there. I did this in front of everybody. Everybody stopped what they were doing and looking at me and been, I can't believe this guy's so bold about me. And I just would proceed to tell him I don't take no shit off of nobody. Anybody. Nobody. It don't work that way with me. And, him up there hollering at these people because they're upset that the pool's filthy. And instead of doing his job, he's hollering at them like he's some kind of fucking boss. And I just told him, I said, you are the boss of nothing around here no more. You work here and your job's to serve us, and that's what the way this is going to work. The attitudes, everything's gone now. It starts anew. And then he apologized to me and shook my hand. See? Now, the people that he was yelling at up there, and on the receiving end of his brunt attitude, His Majesty, the king of the neighborhoods, the receiving end of that abrasive mess, they're the same people that have a problem with me being bold everywhere I go. The difference is I don't stand in control over nobody else. I don't invade your little circle, your little imaginary space. But the difference is I don't allow nobody to invade my little space, offend me, disrespect me, and the script always gets flipped. They always end up crushing and falling to the pressure I bring. And it's going to continue to happen. This has just happened for over 60 years with me, and it'll continue to go on. And I'll continue to be the way I am. And the older I get, the worse I get. And it's because as I age more, respect in the world is going down. So it's just beyond me how a lot of people act, their mentality, all sorts of things, because the reality of it is the weak people, the ones that are crying when they get yelled at, oh my gosh, the policeman hollered at me. Oh my gosh, the administrator, the president of my homeowners is on me. Oh my gosh. There would be zero checks and balances to these people that are coming down on you. There'd be nothing going on if it wasn't for people like me. I enter the mix, it calms down, and these people are no longer jumping on you. See, so having the problem with me, and I'm not mad at you guys that think that way, I'm just trying to tell you the psychology here of why I can be so abrasive and rude-like and things, and bold and in the other guy's face. If there are no true fighters, tough men in this world, and tough don't mean you can't fight. Tough don't mean that you're built like Arnold Schwarzenegger, because I'm none of those things. I'm an old man, but I got something. The toughness that I have is guts and backbone. And I was reared by men that were officers to General George S. Patton, that were his staff officers. So a different time, different world, big difference. So I just wanted to put that out on the table, and just quit letting people abuse you. Quit being offended by people like me that when I'm abused, I immediately stand up and do an attitude adjustment for the other person. This big tough guy up there yelling at everybody, I come up there, yes sir, no sir, and shaking my hand, and that's the way it's going to continue to be. Be like me. Don't be the person that's standing there getting yelled at and jumped on. Had that guy talked to my wife like that, oh, it'd be different. But see, that wife, that group, it was a group of mothers getting yelled at. Those women are going home to weak men. My wife comes up in my house and tells me, President Peter Whitley over here was yelling at me. I'm going to go bash the hell up out of President Whitley. I mean, it's a simple process. It's nothing. I don't allow it. So, most of you get it, 99.5%, but there's probably a 0.5% that you just keep coming on, and if I run up on a problem, and I share these problems in the hopes that you'll look at them, and if you run across them, that maybe something I do wrong or something that I do right, you can take and resolve the situation for yourself if it's similar or the same thing to help you out. I don't get out here and enjoy putting laundry out. I'm trying to help people. And for you 0.5% there, grow up. Because there ain't nobody in this world that's going to come politely hand you candy at all times. You're way too sheltered. And eventually, a strong man or a strong woman's going to buckle up on you, and you're going to fold, and your little world of pleasantries and politeness is going to collide, and you're probably going to be in a damn mental hospital. Get fortitude to that 0.5%. So, and there is nothing that is in conflict with Christianity and the King of all kings, the Lord Jesus Christ, who is coming back as a warrior this time, that the blood will come to the bridle of his horse. He's going to be so much destruction. Wake up to that Christ, the Christ that we are wanting to come. Because there is nothing in conflict with standing up and being a strong man conflicting with Christianity. Zero. You got to stand up and you got to fight evil. So I just wanted to put that out there, guys. We hope all of you have a good week. Ours has not been so good, but I'm pounding it down, and it'll finish a good week. I know the psychology of everybody around me. Hope if you run into problems, you stand boldly, get them corrected. Don't let anybody being in charge of you is only an imaginary thing that you agreed to, and the one that's in charge of you agrees to. And you need to remember that. It's an imaginary thing that you play into as the lower person, and the one over you plays into. But it's imaginary. It's not real. The only real over you is my King, who is the King of Kings, the Lord Jesus Christ. And standing and being strong does not conflict with the Lord Jesus Christ. So, just wanted to put that out there, folks.